everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a reading about how to pull in the love of your life, your soulmate. So we're going to be looking into essentially blockages and how to heal them and just anything you're going to go through before you meet your person. So yeah, and this could also be an unexpected message in love for you, because I feel like there's going to be some quite intense messages coming for you, and I feel like it's going to be really interesting, this reading. So it's going to have a different type of vibe to it. So we have 4 groups here. Please choose your group now. We have group number 1 with the rose quartz, group 2 with the clear quartz, group number 3 with the amazonite, and group number 4 with the selenite. So please choose your group now. I'm also going to be putting some of these little pink cards, which I love these cards. So please choose your group now. We have group number 1 with the rose quartz, group 2 with the clear quartz, group number 3 with the amazonite, and group number 4 with the selenite. So let's get started. Start for group number 1 with the rose quartz. Hello, group number 1. Let's get started with your reading, my lovelies. Let's see what's going on for you guys in love. And let's see, I've got an itchy nose. That's a good sign. Whenever there's intuition or messages coming through, it's like, I've got really itchy nose. Okay, let me check my microphone. It's all good. I've got like hair on my mic. Okay. All right, so how are we going to pull in your soulmate, how to pull in your soulmate and unexpected messages in love for you. That's what we're going to be looking into today. I keep hearing the word dad, like strongly. The word dad is coming through. Massive energy to do with the masculine, just like a dad figure. So for you guys who are wanting a male as a partner, that's a really good sign. And also it could be if you are a male, or in general you are just working on your masculine side. That's just what it means, I feel. It's to do with you, I'm hearing bulking up your masculine side, getting more comfortable with asserting yourself. Okay, sorry if the orientation just suddenly changed. I need to adjust the camera. Okay, so I'm also getting the name Maribel, which is so random. Maribel, Mary, something Bell, like Annabelle, something Bell. So yeah, it could be a place. It could be it feels like an old English town. That's kind of what I'm getting from this group. Your partner might be from a ye oldie type of town, or from a place where you've never been before. It could be overseas, especially if you're not from England. It could be somewhere overseas. It feels really old, like really old vibes. I'm getting like a well. I feel like you'd sneeze. No. Okay. All right, so that was random. All right, so we have instincts. Let's see what else we have. So you guys chose the rose quartz. I love that. Okay, so we have the moon. Deep feelings, trauma, shadows. Shadows hold old pain and traumas. What needs to come to light in order to process, heal, and release? So this is the main card as to what you are feeling right now. There's obviously a lot of stuff going on with you guys, because I do feel quite a lot of deep ancestral stuff coming up. So we're gonna have a look and see what else you can be doing to pull in your partner. So I do feel, obviously the main message is you're releasing a lot of trauma around a lot of people who've just come and gone in your life. I'm hearing like, I don't want the wave anymore, I want the wave to stay. So maybe you've had a lot of people come in and out of your life, and it's kind of felt like you almost can't hold on to somebody, but it's not your fault. Like, that's what I'm feeling. It's not your fault. So how can, sorry guys, I've got a really itchy nose. I keep needing to sniff. Sorry about that. Okay, group number 1, how to pull in your soulmate. How to pull in your soulmate. We have the universe. Okay. We have the warrior. Nice. You are the center of your universe, putting yourself in a position where you are filling up space, where you are taking up space, where you are the center of essentially your own universe. Especially if you're an empath, you're used to just putting people first. It's really important to recognize when someone's taking away your energy. I'm hearing, if I feel like half a cup is full around a certain person, they're not the right person. So the main thing to pulling your soulmate is to realize where you're putting your energy, especially if you're around certain people and they feel very draining. And this is good for any type of person you're around. This is family, this is friends, this is anyone who you feel is draining the F out of you. like really being conscious about, okay, where am I putting my energy around this person? Is this person taking my energy away? Yeah, it just feels like just being very conscious about where you're placing yourself within people's lives, because what this does is it takes back your power. Like really recognizing, do I feel drained around this person? Okay, then I need to take space away from them. And sometimes some people just aren't meant to be around you, especially if you're leveling up and you're growing. Some people just aren't meant to be around you all the time, especially family, because if you're dealing with a lot of ancestral patterns, especially if you've manifested a lot of the same types of people, say a lot of narcissists or a lot of essentially low energy people, like people who are very yeah, I want to say narcissistic, just people who, oh sorry guys, my nose is like being annoying. Yeah, just like being really careful about where you put your energy. Super important. Let me have Get Wild. I really feel like it's so important for you guys to stretch yourself a little bit more, just a little bit more, in terms of you speaking about things that might trigger people. And I'm hearing a lot of people get triggered. Let them get triggered. Like, adults are capable of being disappointed. Adults are capable of being uncomfortable. So for you to pull in your soulmate is to get comfortable with your emotions, your deeper emotions, and also just being conscious of where you are putting your energy. Like, am I around people who drain the F out of me? Am I forcing myself to do things that I really don't want to do? Sometimes you need to just force yourself a little bit, but it should come with excitement or at least curiosity. Like, if you literally feel like this is so wrong, I shouldn't be doing this, don't do it, because you're basically putting yourself in a position where you might not even feel safe, and that's not good. Like, that's basically living your life through somebody else, especially if it's come from an idea of like a family member, like, oh, a family member says, oh, you should do this job or you should live this life, and it's like, that is what we really got to get comfortable with. That is how we heal, and that's how we attract new people, is by doing different of what our family did, because our family is very connected to us when it comes to our patterns. Like, if you're like mum and dad, or your, you know, parental figures, don't have to be biological, for those of you who don't have biological parents as well, it's whoever you grew up with and seeing that dynamic. And if it wasn't something that felt comfortable for you, if it wasn't supportive, then you're gonna look for support outside of that dynamic. So say if you had both parents were emotionally neglectful or something like that, then you may deal with neglect a lot. You may attract people who neglect you because that's what you think is normal. It's not normal for you to feel neglect. It's not normal for you to feel shame. And also with the sage is to say no. We want to say no more. And I'm seeing somebody having a birthday and you're blowing out the candles, and I'm seeing you making a wish that's very specific. So some of you guys might have a birthday soon. It just feels like I'm hearing, I really want this. I really, really want this. And I feel like sometimes is you're thinking so much about other people, your thoughts aren't even your own. Like, because you've been taught that if I think like that person, I'm safe. But that's kind of what's happened in your life. It's kind of like that's how it's come about for you. That's how things have basically attracted to you. So I feel like, do you want to get more of these? I feel like I want to get one or two more of these, and then we'll see what's going on for you guys. Okay, I'm seeing a man with brown or black hair. That could be the type of person that you like. It's definitely a type. I really feel like it's a type. I'm hearing, I like the bushy eyebrows, or I like the thick, almost slug-like eyebrows. I don't want to say slug because that sounds really bad, but I mean just not pointy, very like kind of rounded or thick or hairy, you know, that type of eyebrows. I feel like that's sort of what you like. Okay, this is a really big challenge for you guys, especially if you have air in your chart, especially if you have air Mercury, if you have Gemini Mercury, Libra Mercury. There's something about your energy that feels very fluttery or flighty. Not to the sense there's something wrong with you, it just feels like it's really hard to ground yourself. So if you're ruled by air, so say if you are a Gemini, Libra, if you are Virgo, or Aquarius rising sun, Venus, it's really hard to ground yourself back to you. So one thing I really want you to seek out is peace. Like, this is what's being asked for you to do, is to seek out peace and calmness and putting yourself in an environment that is calm. And it might feel weird at first, or maybe like having the TV off for a few hours if you live by yourself. That may be asking a lot of you, but it's asking you to sit in the uncomfortable, because what it's doing is going to attract people where you can actually understand what's uncomfortable. If you're constantly distracting yourself when you're feeling uncomfortable, which is good sometimes, of course, we need to cope, you know, that helps us cope. But if you're doing it constantly, you're not actually in your energy, you're not actually being yourself. You're essentially just taking whatever you're feeding off of, like media, the news, you know, your feed, whatever. There's a need for you to just prioritize yourself. It doesn't mean you have to sit in literal silence. It can be, I'm going to read a book, or I'm going to do something that puts me in a state of high energy. So like dancing or exercising. There's just something about, I need to not take my energy from that. So not looking externally, no social media, no nothing, just like giving yourself at least 10 to 30 minutes of just pure you energy. And it might be uncomfortable to get into it to start off with, especially if you've got fixed energy in your chart like Aquarius or Leo, but once you get started, girl, it is gonna really serve you. Then we also have care, and we also have pray. If you like to pray, you can pray for your person to come in. You can ask, if it's of my highest good, please let my person come in at this time. And I also feel with this nurture, healing and protection, you guys haven't had a lot of protection around you when you were younger, physically, I feel like, or emotionally, and you feel like there's a lack, and maybe you are tempted to have addictive habits, which is totally fine. Addiction is nothing exactly bad, because it's how we cope. It's a coping mechanism. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we need those addictions to understand what's going on with us. But I also feel like it's really important for you to understand, like, I'm doing my best. Like, for you guys, you are very hard on yourself, so you got to be really comfortable with just listening to yourself. And it says, release your fears, surrender your attachment to outcomes, trust everything will turn out for your highest good. Some of you guys are trying to force relationships, especially Libra, Sun, rising Venus, or moons. You guys are trying to force something, and that's obviously not for everyone, but if you resonate, then I'm pointing that out for you, okay? And then we have care is needed for healing, provide nourishment, kindness, compassion, acceptance, and protection for yourself and others. I feel like going into the health care profession, so if you ever wanted to be from a carer to a Reiki specialist to kinesiologist, if you ever want to do something like that, that would be very healing for you, and you can meet your person through your career, especially if it's something that really lights you up. Okay, so that's really cute. I really like this though. Breathe, patience and calmness are required now. Find a moment of stillness, seek out peace. When you actually are conscious of where peace is for you, that could be, I need to get out of my house, it's too noisy here, I need to put on my headphones. It could be soundproof headphones, to go into a park, to go into a coffee shop. I want you to just really tune in for a minute and be like, okay, what do I need right now? What do I need right now? And that can't always be exactly right, because sometimes we have to do certain things, but you'll give yourself that at some point. Otherwise, you're just going to burn yourself out. Lovely. Oh, this is nice. This is so nice. This group is giving me such Virgo, Pisces, like air vibes, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury, which is air, it's communication, which is also ruled by Gemini. There's this sense of like communication. It feels your guys' energy in this group, or just in this group really, it feels very like light, but also what I'm feeling is your energy is very fucking sensitive, and that's a good thing. That will be, that's essentially your superpower, but you have to be able to manage it, and being aware of it is so important. We have full moon in Taurus, detoxify, so having a detox of any kind is amazing. Being careful of what you put in your body. Your diet really affects your mood, so anything from eating meat or not eating meat. It could be needing more fruit in your diet, having vitamins, taking, you know, different types of supplements, anything that you feel drawn to. It could also be to douse for it. Sometimes dousing with a crystal can help you figure out what you need. And just taking one step at a time. Don't go full hog. For you guys, you can get a bit overexcited, and that's great, it's a beautiful quality, but you need to just take one step at a time. That will help you bring in your partner as well, because I feel like a lot of you guys just go full hog and you don't actually figure out, this is actually what I need, especially if you've got people around you giving you like lots of ideas. Sometimes it's hard to figure out, okay, is this my idea or is this somebody else's? Okay, so reflect on your priorities. We have Aquarius. We have full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. I like her, she's nice. Full moon in Pisces, forgive. That's so nice. Oh my God, I love that. That's so nice. Okay, so the fact that we have Cancer, Pisces and Aquarius, that could be the star sign of your person. But I also feel like your priorities are really, really important right now. It is really essential as to where your energy is going. What is my priority? People will always prioritize the thing that they want to prioritize. That's their choice. So if people aren't prioritizing you in your life, and I don't care how busy they are, like if people aren't prioritizing you, they are not for you, okay? They are not for you. This could be a friend, this could be a sibling, this could be a family member. If they are not prioritizing you, or at least listening to you in a way that you know, they understand you, they're like, oh, I get you, I'm going to improve on that. If they're not doing that for you, get them out of your life, or at least separate yourself from them, because you need to invite more space to let people in that are really going to prioritize you. There's a need for you to be like, I'm a priority, you know. Okay, so I feel like I want to pull a couple of tarot cards, and we'll see if there's anything on its way to you in the near future, or anything that you're kind of evolving into. I feel like you're evolving into your heritage, which heritage is kind of different. What they're telling me, I don't know if this is fact, this is what I'm channeling, but they're saying heritage is different to family patterns. Your heritage is your soul coding. It's not like a trauma. So you're coming back to your heritage, you're coming back to what you naturally are drawn to. It could be your country that you were born in, it could be the culture, it could be the religion. You're coming back to it, and I'm getting tingles. That's what you're prioritizing as well. I'm hearing it feels right for me. Four of Cups in the reverse, a new outlook, a new option, retreat, choosing happiness, I couldn't speak then, acceptance, time to snap out of it. Love that. That is gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, I love that the Four of Cups in the reverse. That's also Cancer moon. Love that. Lots of Cancer energy. Love that. Lovely. Okay, so you guys are learning to not burn yourself out. Lots of Aquarius energy coming through this reading. Stress and exhaustion, duty. Oh, that's a big one for you guys who are fixed, especially. You guys put duty above yourself. I'm hearing, I'm doing it for my family, but I'm like, girl, no. You can do things for your family, but you've got to make sure you're filling up your cup as well. Especially if it is, I don't like duty. Duty isn't heartfelt. This is all the stuff that's going to bring in your partner. It's really nice, lovely. Once you realise to balance out priorities, including yourself, you're going to manifest your person, who is the King of Cups, which is beautiful. This is a really uncomplicated person, someone who really knows what they want, who's slow, who's calm, who is safe. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Cups. That feels really nice. So once you guys figure out how to basically not go over the top about, okay, basically not always thinking about other people all the time, where it's chronically draining you. Once you figure out how to make sure that you're prioritizing yourself and not just being busy all the time. There's a difference between being busy and prioritizing yourself. Basically, when you feel high on you know, goodness, like you feel like you've done a really good dancing session, or you've gone for a run, or you're singing, or you're doing your purpose, or you're doing your career, and you feel really good, do more of that. If it feels good, you're going towards where you feel safe and comfortable, filling up your cup. And when you fill up your cup, you're going to bring in your person, who is really cute. Like, they have such gentle energy, they are so fun, they are so light, they're like a fantasy, which is so nice. Very Piscean, very kind of, yeah, fantasy. I love that. Oh, that took a while. Here we go. This is nice. Healing is happening. So I'm going to read you this for you guys. So this is going to be a message for your love life, be how to pull in your soulmate. You're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. This is essentially from your person, I feel. Okay. You're not broken. You're a part of the ever-changing nature of life. Ever-changing, ever-changing, ever-changing. Change is your natural state. The rose knows that you were never meant to stay the same, to be one single shape, size or way. You're not normal, and that's normal. You're always becoming more and more of who you truly are. Healing is happening every moment of every day. You're returning to your true state every moment of every day. Calling your support team of people who can hold you in that, who can trust in the grace of your natural state. A true healer knows that they're not the one doing the healing. Rather, they're holding the vision of the return to wholeness, knowing that wholeness isn't a stagnant state. When you embrace all parts of life, from the ecstasy to the agony, the joy to the grief, the bloom to the fall, the bud to the rose hip, you'll realise that healing is always happening and life is on your side. No one is immune to the polarity of this human experience. The only way through it is to embrace all parts of it, the light and the shadow. And as any healer or initiate knows, the only way to the light is to embrace the shadow within. The shadow, and sometimes the pain, is a portal to your liberation. You're not broken, you're healing. Healing is happening. Trust the timing of life. Healing is happening, healing is happening, healing is happening. So anytime you feel like you're forcing your partnership, or you feel like you're forcing relationships, or you're forcing something to come in, just got to step back. Okay, one more message. Let's see. We've got descendant invitation. I feel like for this card, it took me a while. I was like, what is this? For you guys, I feel like it's letting the invitations come to you, especially if you're a projector in human design. But also it's to really figure out when an opportunity comes to you, like a person, or you know, you're doing something that you really love, because your love life isn't just a person, it's what you love in your life. If it doesn't resonate with you, if it doesn't fill you with joy, just say no. Okay, you can't always do that for everything, but if you can, say no. Because I'm hearing even if your friends are doing it, you don't have to do it. Okay, so that is your reading. That is how you bring in your soulmate and any messages around love. I hope that resonated. If you would like a private reading, all my rates are down below. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Let's get started with your reading. So we're going to be looking into unexpected love messages that you need to know. So we're going to be looking into how to also pull in your soulmate. Let's see what's going on with you in your love life and how to really bring in this person, any blockages or anything like that. Okay, so you guys have the card of Grateful, and we have the beautiful rough clear quartz. I love this. So I'm going to put this on my lap actually, because I really like clear quartz. Put her on my lap. Okay. Turn, flexible, change and directions. Sorry guys, I saw like a reflection. I was like, what is that? It's my ring light. Okay, so we have turn, flexible, change, directions. All right, let's let's clarify with some cards. Yep. Okay. Oh, we got the Tower. That's an interesting one. With the 7 of Pentacles, the Tower, 5 of Wands. One more. Oh, yes. King of Pentacles. Your guys' thing that you are essentially searching for, specifically for you guys, is stability. And my inner thighs are like really itchy. For those of you who are women, that could also be a massive sign. It's like the inner thighs are kind of like the safety. And then we have the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. So I feel for you, grateful is a really beautiful word. I feel like this is kind of representing positivity in your life. Grateful isn't always like, oh, I am grateful. It's basically like where you're putting your attention. Because, yeah, your energy is very affected. We have grace. Wow. So basically, there isn't really anything you need to do to pull in your person. Essentially, you just want to do anything that pulls you into joy, making you feel comfortable, positivity, anything that has very light emotions. That's what you want to focus on. You want to focus on anything that is light and not heavy. Once you start focusing on the heavy, you start to get really uncomfortable. And we have heart-centered. Heart-centered is all about you guys being very much in that heart space. And I'm seeing like tapping on the heart. So this could be also really good practice for you guys to move any emotions, EFT, especially if you're going through a lot of heart stuff right now. I'm feeling a lot of blockages around the heart. So what I feel is there's some sudden change that's happening for you guys. And it feels to me like you're basically realizing where your power has been dampened down. A lot of people around you, especially family or people who are very karmic, you know they're karmic because you just feel like there's something there, there's something going on. You have definitely been dampened by these people, and you're only possibly realizing it now or within the last couple of years. And the more you move out of that situation, say you move house or you just, I see you actually being able to move out, possibly with a partner, with this partner that you're manifesting. I feel like you're going to move out and you're going to be feeling more comfortable. Basically, you're learning what my safety is. What is my safety? And you may have to do some big changes to get change into your life. You can't always have the same thing if you can't always have a different thing. Okay, you can't have a different thing if you're not doing anything differently. So say you want to manifest a house. How are you manifesting that in your life? So how are you manifesting safety? So basically you want to start with, how am I prioritizing myself? What am I doing on a day-to-day basis that makes me feel safe? So it could be, you know, things like taking vitamins or anything from a walk every day to routine or whatever it is. There's so many things, but I feel like for you, there's going to be a massive change for you, massive change. And I feel like for you guys, is you just got to get up and do the damn thing. Whatever that is, got to get up and do the damn thing. There's a sense about, like, I feel like you're very stuck. I really feel like you're very stuck. So what I'm feeling is there isn't really anything you guys have to do that's going to bring in your partner. The main thing is to get really comfortable with change. So when change starts to happen, or you've initiated change, or you've kind of been pushed out of an environment, go with it. Okay, go with whatever feels right for you. What emphasis on the word feel, what feels right for you. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh my god, that feels so accurate. Basically, like I say, the main thing you guys are attracting into your life to manifest your person is safety. Okay, safety is a feeling. Essentially, safety is I feel comfortable to expand. So if you are around people who make you feel this small, those aren't your people. If you are in a situation that makes you feel this small, if you're eating food that makes you feel this small and you feel shitty, you feel crap after you've eaten it, get it out. Okay, so obviously it's hard if you have like a tendency to eat not very good food, which is totally fine. Like it's okay to not eat like perfectly, but it's basically like distracting yourself can also be very helpful. So if you go to eat something, maybe you're bored, maybe you just need to get creative. It's not always like, I'm not a doctor, okay guys, this is not health advice, but it does help if you have a tendency to go over the top with things. Okay, if your brain goes to the negative, really try and flip it. Okay, so I feel for you guys is you are going to attract, then this is who you're becoming, because this is who you're attracting: sensual, a practical leader, someone who's business orientated, who's secure, who's safe, who's kind, who's abundant, who's protective, who's reliable. That is who you're becoming. That is who you're attracting. So when change comes to you, you are not running away from it, because when you run away from it, you're basically saying, I'm not worthy of this. And it's not bad change. Change isn't bad, it's just different. And when something's different, we've got to get it safe as much as possible. Okay, I'm hearing eat the damn chocolate as well. I don't mean to say like you can't eat bad food, like it doesn't matter, like it's all in, you know, balance. Okay, so you have deny, rejection, frustration, repression. Rethink rejection as redirection. Challenges may bring up repressed or intense emotions. Allow these to flow and release. Yeah, so basically you've had a lot of rejection in your life. You've had a lot of people who've rejected you. It's at itch and okay, wow, I can't speak. I literally sound like I malfunctioned there. People. Okay, let's start again. Oh my god, okay. What was the message? You guys, oh my god, I don't know what's going on, but I feel like Mercury is doing something, because I literally am having struggle challenge. I have it. Words. Wow. I'm having trouble channeling. Okay, there we go. Right. You may have some rejections. What are you going to do about it? Okay, I'm being really like blunt. What are you going to do about the rejection? Yeah, it's basically getting you more into your masculine, being like, right, that's what I need to do. I'm going to do that. Cool. Yep. Great. It's like, don't be afraid of things not working out. If you are naturally drawn to something and you're like, oh my god, I really want to know about it, great. Don't stop yourself from doing it just because you're interested in it. If you've prioritized people above you for so much of your life, it is now time to choose you, my bitch. Okay, girl, you got to choose you. Okay, I don't know where this attitude is coming from, but I like it. I like it. Okay, this is the other one as well. Stop. Boundaries, blocks and challenges. What is blocking you now? Make space to consider this. Step back and from challenges. Say no or put up boundaries. This is basically like, I'm hearing it's like, okay, this is such like a basic quote that a lot of people know, but I want to say it's kind of like, you wouldn't let random strangers into your home, so why would you let them into your mind? I feel like sometimes you focus on things that are taking up your energy and you don't realise it. Okay, meditation is going to serve you well, so good. Yeah, it's going to serve you well and it's going to serve you good. I'm sorry, oh my god, this reading is such a mess. Okay, alright, let's get some more cards. Let's move on. I'm hearing, who am I in the face of rejection? You're definitely attracting a masculine type person, or someone who's really in charge of their energy. This person's sexy as fuck. Like this person, especially if they're a man, they're very like hairy, they've got a nice like beard. If they're a woman, they have probably quite thick hair. Like I'm seeing like I'm hearing also, this is so not connected, but it is, like I'm seeing like an Aborigine woman, like a really beautiful kind of like tribal woman, and she has brown skin and she's got beautiful brown or black hair, and she's definitely an omen. I feel like you guys really need to get connected to those roots, get grounded, get in nature, get simple with things. This is like such a feminine energy that's around you. It could be a guide that's very specific to you, a guide like a spirit guide, It could be somebody who you're related to. It could be somebody who's from your ancestral tribe. There's somebody here that's basically saying, girl, you got to get back in nature. You are focused too much on things that don't matter. Yeah, because your person's very simple. That's what they're saying. Oh, my legs are tingling so much. She is so present in the reading. Oh, she's got beautiful energy. She's got really big boobs as well. She keeps showing like the heart. She keeps doing this, but she also has quite large boobs as well. So can't help but focus. Okay, anyway, right, release your blocks. Yes. First quarter moon in Scorpio, and then we have full moon in Virgo. This is basically saying, where the F are you complicating things? Girl, your life is not that complicated. It really isn't. Simplify the shit out of it. You are thinking about things too much. I really feel like I'm being such a mum right now, but I feel like it's just what I need to say to get you to stop overthinking. Okay, basically you come from a family or a background that's just overthinks or stresses out or is just very dramatic. You probably have come from you've been around a lot of people. Sorry guys, I just touched the microphone. You've been around a lot of people who use drama to get your attention, and it's not normal. Like, you shouldn't have to constantly keep repairing or what's the word? You're trying to get someone's attention, but you shouldn't have to try and get their attention. They should just be drawn to you naturally and want to give you attention, earn their affection or earn their attention. Trying to get their attention through drama. I'm hearing this, like someone waving, and they're like, oh, pick me, pick me. Yeah, okay. Somebody's going to choose you and you haven't been chosen. You've never felt chosen. Oh, that's a big one. That does feel very Taurus, because Taurus is basically like, what are my values? And if you're around people who don't value you, you aren't going to feel chosen. Oh, such a big message. Oh girl, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Oh my Lord. That's nice. Yes, I love her. She's basically saying, like, money is where it's at. Focus on your money, focus on that coin. And I know money and coins, guys, I know it's corrupt. I know it's not just everything that you need. I know that. But sometimes it is about security financially as well. Okay, 10 of Wands. Oh, does this get any more sexier? Like, oh, love it. I'm hearing, I am focusing on myself. I'm putting myself first. You do not need to be around me. If it's a no, it's a no. Okay, I don't want you to regret, feel guilt, feel shame. Oh my God, I said no to that person, or, you know, I rejected them. No, you did not reject them. You actually started accepting yourself. You rejected that, accepted yourself. There's a difference, you know. Nothing is a rejection. And people can actually handle it, you know. You are allowed to say no. No thank you, no. If you know that it's not going to be good for you internally, intuitively, that is not good for me, that is going to bring in your partner so quickly. Oh my God, little tiny things every day. Choose you, okay? Choose you. Put that on your vision board. Just choose you, 2 words. Okay. Oh my God, wow. We had the 10 of Cups. Holy crap. Oh my God, I want to show you guys that. Hopefully you can see. Oh, girl, yes. Oh, and we have the 3 of Pentacles. Oh, this is beautiful. You are attracting in some really beautiful friends who are going to be so supportive of you. And one of your, I'm going to like come in, like, one of your friends could have a really hot, like, brother. Okay, it's kind of like taboo. That's why I whispered. Some of you guys is like, oh my God, no, I don't want to have that. But some of you guys are going to attract a friend who's got a really sexy brother or a really sexy sister. And you're like, okay, this is a bit inappropriate, but your brother's really hot. Or like cousin or their friend. It could be your friend's friend that you're, so basically you haven't probably met this friend yet. When you do, their tribe, they have a person in their tribe of friends or family, and you're like, damn, that person's really attractive, like, wow. And that person's going to naturally be attracted to you. So that's going to be very interesting. It feels very spicy. It feels very like taboo, like this should not be happening. I shouldn't be talking about this. Oh, feels really interesting. Feels very scorpionic. Feels very sexy. Or someone's got some really intense sexual energy in this group. Lovely. Okay, so this is your message. This is basically essentially from your person. I feel that's kind of how they're showing up for me in this reading, this specific message. So we have returning to each other, compassion and humanity. Before I do that, they keep pointing to my chakra reading cards. I haven't got the deck on me, but I'm going to read from the book. What chakra are they focusing on right now to manifest their person in? I keep getting that Aborigine woman. She's around. Self-mastery, solar plexus. Know that the current challenges you are undergoing are doorways to self-mastery. Make sure, that's clarification, sorry about that. Make sure not to lose focus or give up hope, as mastery is inevitable. To master something requires courage and love, and now is the time to give your full attention and presence to your gifts. This is basically about putting yourself first. Like, that takes practice. Okay, you're being encouraged to look at your life's mission, plant the seeds required to bring you closer to your soul's path, stay motivated and dance in the mastery of yourself. I am the master of my destiny. Life is constantly offering us lessons, which gives us the opportunity to grow and expand our soul. You are being called at this time to master your gifts. The key is to focus your energy on what you would like to master, and don't give up till you have embodied it fully. It takes commitment and motivation to create self-mastery. However, with consistency and time, it will come to fruition. Being blessed with this card today indicates that you are already on your way to mastering your gifts. Have you doubted yourself lately in a particular aspect of your life, resulting in frustration? That's the card. That's so pretty. I love that. That is so beautiful. We have embraced the flow of life as well, which is so interesting. Okay, so this is from your person. This is so underrated. This energy, they're telling me, like, your person, your future person, they're telling me, like, this energy is so underrated. Simplicity and love, like, those things are so underrated, especially if you've had a lot of dramatic people around you. I feel like that's also a secret. I feel like you guys are doing something really sneaky. Okay, when you put yourself first, you feel like you're doing something really, really secretive, like, oh my god, I shouldn't be doing this. Nobody can see me, like, putting myself first. It's like, girl, you have been manipulated. You need to put yourself first. That's exactly what you need. Okay, returning to each other, compassion and humanity. That's you returning to your person. Oh my god, I love that. Okay, a sacred symbol of the feminine. Oh, I got a really nice message all of a sudden. I heard, when she rises, I appear. So when your energy, okay, I'm just gonna say exactly what I'm feeling. What they're telling me is you're essentially at this level at the moment, and you're gonna get to this level to manifest your person. Okay, so what you need to do here is basically get comfortable with more of you and less of everyone else, which is quite a big karmic lesson for you guys, especially if you've got a lot of planets in the 7th house or a lot of Libra. And I feel for you guys is, once you start to get really grounded in saying no, prioritizing yourself, getting more comfortable in your body, and this can also be things like doing shadow work, because I feel like sometimes if you've been basically manipulated quite for a long time of your life, you may have like ADHD, anxiety, depression, OCD, things like that. It's very normal for you to have that if you've been manipulated or traumatized for a long time. To heal that is to basically get as comfortable as possible in your body. So it's to do shadow work, inner child work, meditation, moving your body, getting out of your house and putting yourself first. Once you do that, you start getting comfortable, more secure, more grounded in your body. You're going to recognize when that is. You're going to feel it. That's when you meet your person. Your energy will naturally attract them in. Okay, because you're going to be ready for it, because it's a very long-term relationship. Okay, a sacred symbol of the feminine. The rose has been here much longer than us. In times ancient, garlands of roses were placed around statues of mother goddesses in worship of her. We're all her children. She connects and unites us all. If we trace her roots far enough, maybe we'll find our way back to each other. We're living in a time of great division, learning and unlearning. We're together, mending the thread of humanity. This is a card of returning to union by facing what's been broken, separated and severed. To realise we're all human, and while harm has been done, what's needed now is for us to acknowledge what's happened and to endeavour to find a way to return to each other. To realise that it's possible for two people to have a different experience at the same time, and that both can be true. Mother Rose longs for humanity to drop our defences and reach out to each other with deep honesty and compassion, to face and untangle the sadness, anger and hurt from our hearts with the help of her grace, to dig our roots deep until we find common ground. What relationships are difficult for you now? Who has hurt you? How can you soften and express your truth without being defensive? How can you open yourself up to the possibility that two truths can exist at once? Mother Rose, please show us how to find our way back to you, the earth and each other. Please help me to acknowledge what's difficult for me, and may my heart be filled with compassion for all. That's your reading. Have a great day. I am also lastly picking up on the letter T and the number 10 and number 6. So that's your messages. So if you would like to get a private reading with me, all my information is down below. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Let's get started with your reading. So you guys chose power. So yours is definitely how to put in your soulmates to really work on your power, where your power is being drained, where your power is being taken away from you. So this can look like someone constantly demanding your attention. I'm hearing, I've got kids, and I'm like, girl, if you've got kids, it's a bit different. But I mean, like, if you've got people around you who are adults and they're acting like kids, if you've got people who are constantly asking for your attention all the time, you know, they want you to text back immediately, or they want you to be in contact with you all the time, or there's people who want you to do certain things to please them, that is basically people trying to take away your power. So for you, it's also, where do I want to take up space in my life? What part of me really wants me to take up space? Is it in my career? Is it in my creative zone? Is it in me sexually? Is it me in relationships with you know, the people that I'm interested in, say the opposite sex or the same sex? What is it where I tend to shrink myself? What part of my life do I want to expand? That's what I feel for you guys. What part of my life do I want to expand? That is going to help you to pull in that beautiful soulmate. I feel like your person is very intuitive, and they also might have curly hair or large hair. Yeah, there's something about their hair, it feels very tropical. That's what they're telling me. They're going like this, tropical. It might actually be like Italian hair, French. It looks to me like quite tight curls. Not coils, but curls. It could be coils, but I feel like if it's coils, it's going to be big hair, not like tight short hair. Yeah, something like that. I'm hearing like I have really big hair. My hair is my personality. That's what this type of person is. So I feel like for you guys, this crystal is representing water. For me, Amazonite is such a Pisces crystal. So I feel like there's a need for you to get near water, to have baths, to really cleanse yourself. You need more baths, especially if you are around a lot of people. So say you've been out for a while and you're thinking, oh, I can't bother to have a shower. That shower can actually be really good for your energy. There's a sense of, there's a need for you to get really comfortable with just prioritizing yourself. Self-care might be quite difficult for you guys, so that's really interesting. I'm hearing the song Power. Is it by Will I Am? I got that power, but that one, I don't know what that one is. There's a need for you to like really be quite loud, take up a lot of space, be messy. Some of you guys, you're too perfectionistic, which perfectionist is good, but if you're too perfectionistic, you can just get really trapped and like, oh, I need to do things perfectly. No, you don't. Things are as they are. They're meant to be like that, okay? But I do feel like you need to do something messy. Could be something sexual, or it could be something artistic. It could be listen to music really loudly with your headphones in, maybe. I don't know. There's a need for you to like just I don't know what that is. It's just saying pump it. These readings are so funny. Like, these messages are just hilarious. Okay, this is lovely. We have seed, new beginnings, cycles and creation. A new cycle or beginning is starting soon. Plant seeds now to bring your next project, action or adventure to life. You are basically, to put in your soulmate, you're already doing it. Whether you're doing it physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever it is. I feel like a lot of you guys are turning a corner now. I feel like I feel like it's been really difficult. I feel like it's difficult now, but it's not as difficult as it used to be possibly like a few months ago or a year ago. Now you're not getting over it, you're getting over the hump. Not like you're emotionally getting over it, but I mean, maybe. But I feel like you're now ready for something very, very new. I think before you would have been quite scared to do something different. Whereas now you're like, you know what, whatever comes to me, I'm ready. Like, that's kind of the energy that you're meant to be in, because some of you guys, you can be a little bit stubborn, which stubbornness is great because it means you can make very strong decisions, but also it can prevent us from trying new things and being a bit more experimental. Your journey is to be as experimental as you fucking can. I want you to try on those different shoes. You might not, you know, be like, oh my God, they'll bring attention to me. Great, wear them. Wear that dress, wear those heels, wear that top that you feel like is too bright, you know, listen to music really loudly, sing, dance, just be fun and creative with yourself. Like, that's what I feel like is very important for you guys, because what I see is the more you try different things, you're going to meet your person through that. I genuinely feel that. I'm hearing you will meet me through experimentation, and I mean that sexually too. I keep getting that for you guys. You guys are getting more comfortable with being closely connected to your body. Your body is just craving closely connections, so it could be a little bit of like self-love in the bedroom, if you know what I mean, by yourself, you know. Maybe you need that right now. Yeah, a lot of water is needed for you. Okay, I feel like you need to water yourself. That's why they keep saying a lot of water. You need to like literally drink a lot of water at the moment because you need to flush out your system. Okay, we have rest, retreat, recharge, recover. Retreat from the world to recharge your energy. You can't pour from an empty cup. Yeah, exactly, because your energy is very sensitive too. Okay, we have lost. This is so like opposite. Lost, open and work. Your work is going to keep you sane. And I know it sounds really like, that's probably not good advice because it's like, wow, that's not great. But from what I'm feeling is if it's fulfilling you, it's good work. Okay, what I see is you just got to keep consistently going for it. Keep consistently doing the job that feels right for you, or at least putting your energy into something that is consistent, that gives you that stability financially. That is great. Keep doing that a little bit at a time. And we said we've got flow here. When you let go and allow life to flow around you, amazing things can happen. Is it time to go with the flow? And we have lost. Navigate, disorientate and perspective. The path may seem unclear, but know you are always where you are meant to be. New perspective are gained along the way. I generally feel like I'm hearing this is so unfamiliar to me. I must be doing something wrong. No, you've basically been programmed for you specifically, or maybe you know somebody who's like this. I feel like this could be for you or a friend, and that sounds really weird to say, but this might sound like a friend who needs to know this. I don't know, maybe recommend this video to them. But I feel like there's a need for you to get comfortable with change and knowing change is okay. You don't have to know everything that happens. And this is coming from a psychic, okay, who wants to know everything. Like, I'm a Scorpio. Your girl needs to know, okay, what's going to happen the next? Okay. And then the next after that, what's going to happen after that? Like, that's literally me. So I know how that feels. Like, you guys, you're meant to not know everything because you're meant to experiment. That's going to be how you meet your partner. That's how you're going to bring them in, because your partner is on the other side of that. They're like, you know what? I don't care. I want to travel. I want to do all these things. That's your person. They're going to encourage you to do that. So you've got to get comfortable with being that, because this is your highest version of yourself. You know, you might be thinking, I'm not that experimental. You are, girl. You've probably just been manipulated to be this certain way, to fit into this box that is just so damn uncomfortable for you. So maybe you're thinking, you know, I want to earn money, but I don't know how to. Great, experiment. Try new things. Try a new way of like experimenting with your health or your body or your emotions. Like, how can you really just try new things? You know, it could be you need to rest more. There's just experiment. Okay, I'm hearing, like, especially with the word card of open, it's like just try anything, you know, anything that you feel drawn to, go for it. Okay, give yourself the space to try new things. All right, be open to new possibilities, opportunities and connections. Being vulnerable is brave yet rewarding. I love her. You guys need to be in nature more. You guys need to be near more mountains, more water. So if you have any mountains or any streams, rivers, oceans, anything near you, go and have a dip or wash your hands in it and wash your face in it, obviously if it's clean. Yeah, I feel like for you guys it's just a need to just cleanse your energy constantly, because you're going through quite big changes, so it's going to feel uncomfortable. Like, it's very normal to feel uncomfortable. Okay, so what else for group number 3? Leave the past behind. That's a big one for you guys, especially it says Capricorn. Capricorns, I mean, yeah, this Capricorn energy, it feels like, yeah, it's like, oh well, I already know what's going to happen, so I'm not going to do it. That's what I feel like is stopping you from trying new things. Your person's on the other side of experimentation, especially if you guys have Earth in your chart, because we also have Taurus. You guys can be too practical for your own good. Sometimes you just got to let that fucking thing go. Okay, I'm hearing it's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm hearing I took it personally. I'm hearing that's okay, but you didn't do anything wrong. It's like if you get rejected from something, or if you feel like you're not good enough to do something, you just got to try things out. Don't be afraid of being a bit weird, a bit wacky, a bit messy. Like, guys, this is coming from a perfectionist, okay? I got a lot of Virgo in my chart. She's a perfectionist, okay? Yeah, so, you know, I know what I'm talking about. Make time for self-love. Beautiful. Your person is so loving. They are so creative. They feel like, to me, I'm seeing like this, like twizzling a moustache. They're very like artsy. They're very like fun and weird and wacky. And I mean weird as in like not somebody you'd normally be drawn to, but because you're in that experimental phase, when you meet them, you're gonna be like, wow, this person is so fun. Like, you're gonna be drawn to this beautiful Sagittarian, vibrant, like wide energy that's like, oh my God, this person's got so much to offer. I love this. This is beautiful. And that's what happens when you step into your power. Stepping into your power is also, I have no idea where it's going. I'm gonna trust it because I'm so excited. Go for it. So on the other side of fear, perfect boundaries. Have strong boundaries with people. That's so important. My legs are tingling like no tomorrow. You know when you get goosebumps when you get cold? That's how this specifically feels. Boundaries. Some of you guys are like, no, I don't want conflict, I don't want conflict. Girl, you are getting conflict in your head right now. That's causing conflict. You've got to get uncomfortable. You've got to tell that person what's going on within you. If they don't listen, get the fuck out of there if you can. Or at least just realise, okay, that person's not listening to me. Great, well, I'm not going to talk to them about it anymore. Some people just can't hear you. It's not your fault, but sometimes you've got to get out of the environment any way you can. Maybe physically, emotionally, because you got to make time for yourself. Worthy. Yeah, a lot of your life you've not felt very worthy. You've not felt your time is being respected. So I feel like for you guys, it's like filling in space with loads of goodness, giving yourself lots of love. That's going to bring in your person. I'm hearing your person is so artistic. They're so, yeah, I keep getting like a wacky energy. They feel like a Sag or a Taurus, or, okay, especially if you're a Taurus or you're an earth sign or you're very earth dominated in your chart, you might go towards people that are quite simple or plain or very kind of like perfectionistic. You're not going to be drawn to that anymore. Once you get experimental, you're going to be drawn to the person over there that's passionate and is excited and is yeah, curious about life. They want to learn more. That's the type of person you want to be around. Someone who's not blocked and stuck and uncomfortable. You're moving into a new age. This really feels like almost like 5D, Age of Aquarius type vibes. Feels bigger than just the practical, the hermit. Yeah, so don't be afraid to just be in your own energy right now. Wear what you want to wear. Be fucking comfortable. Stop wearing that clothing that you find uncomfortable. Just be uncomfortable. I'm hearing like, but it doesn't look good. I'm hearing, I don't care if it looks good. Just fucking feel comfortable. Because once you feel comfortable, you're going to feel good. Okay? Because I'm feeling like a lot of you guys are trying to be so perfect, so perfectionist, because you're already perfect already. Trying to be perfectionistic, that's not who you are. You are draining the life out of yourself. Your person is so loving. They're going to be such a good influence on you. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, being really, really comfortable with if somebody is not receiving your love, don't force anymore. Just pull back. You know, it's uncomfortable, but just pull back. They will essentially, I know it sounds really bad, but they'll want you more if you pull back, and you'll realise, okay, when I pull back, they want me more. That's not something I want to be around. I want to be around somebody who wants me when, you know, I'm here, not when I'm gone. Okay, so basically you guys have possibly been attracted to this is so funny, this is so accurate. We've got Knight of Pentacles, people who are possibly very perfectionistic. They're saying cheap or dull, so possibly who are that energy, like people who are only on the surface. People you've also been attracted to could be gamblers, people who are literal gamblers, or people who just gamble in life and are just very irresponsible. People who are lazy, which laziness is kind of up to interpretation, but laziness being they don't put you as a priority. And these are people in your life, not just partners. This is people in your life who they don't have an interest in you. Like, these people just need to fucking get out. They're saying to me they need to get the boot. Bye-bye. Okay, so what else do you need to focus on to attract your person in? How are we pulling in that soulmate? How are we pulling in that soulmate? Don't feel, okay, this is such a blunt message, but don't feel drawn to a job just because it's been offered to you. You don't want to have it, don't do it. Because sometimes especially for my fixed signs or earth signs, if you get in a job, you can get stuck in it. And if you've got that pattern of not being able to leave, it's really uncomfortable. So for you guys, you've got to stop it there. As soon as you see that red flag, so you get like an uncomfortable feeling like, oh, I don't know if I should do that job or do that opportunity. If you are feeling like that, it's probably not the right opportunity for you, okay? Because your body's saying, I don't think so. You know, just take it as it resonates. We have ascension. Yeah, you guys are really ascending. You're going to attract somebody who is worth the wait. And I don't like saying the wait, because at the end of the day, you're still living your life. Your life doesn't stop when you're single. But you're essentially taking back control. You're putting yourself in the driver's seat. Okay. Underworld. Girl, you've been trapping yourself for a long time. Time to do something different. Lovely. Last one. Ooh, there's a lot of surprises coming for you guys. Got the empty one. Love that. I love that. Actually, let's get some dice as well, just to solidify. We got Aquarius, we've got the 10th house, we've got the sun. So you could be attracting sun in Aquarius, someone who thinks very differently, or you could be attracting Aquarius energy, which is being different, thinking differently, having your views appreciated, putting yourself in a position of authority. Oh, I forgot to do you guys a message from the Rose Oracle. This is going to be a message from your person. Feel the number 27. Is there a 27 in this? No. Okay. So this is your message from your person. Heart healing, emotions, connections, time eases, the breathing rose. This is a card of deep heart healing. It will often come to us as a symbol of emotional healing that's in the process of happening. The mending's underway. Treat yourself and your healing with compassion, understanding and gentleness. This is a card of deep encouragement that you're doing it. Time will ease everything soon. How can you treat yourself with gentle compassion and softness? How can you trust the timing of your healing? I also want to read this part as well. It says the challenge when we're going through a time of healing, which in another word for growth, transformation and change, is not to close ourselves off from the world when we most want to separate and shut down. To somehow find the courage to open through the agony, the difficulty and the hurt, when we feel safe enough to let life soften us, not harden us, to deepen and cradle us. Yeah, I really feel like it says we must trust the great mystery in the process. Yes, not always knowing where you're going, okay? Because you can attract people who are exactly like your ex or your old friends. We don't need that we don't need that energy anymore. Bye. So we're looking for authenticity, okay? So that is your reading. Have a great day. If you would like to check out my rates, they are all down below, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Hello, group number 4. Let's get started with your reading. So I actually got the song Levitating by Dua Lipa, which is a really good song. I love her, she's great. I love a good Leo. So that's the first message that's coming up for you guys. It's about really putting your energy into things that make you feel lively and comfortable. And also just to know that life isn't going to look the same every single day, okay? So if you're feeling like bogged down, just try different things and realize, just go with your energy. You need to nap more, nap more. If you need to sleep more, sleep more. If you need to drink more, just drink more water. You know, there's this need for you to not go full hog on things at the moment. That's going to bring in your person, is to recognize when you're going full hog onto something. Kind of like just addictive tendencies, which isn't a bad thing, because at the end of the day, that's how we cope with things. At the end of the day, addictive tendencies are how we cope. But it's really being aware of where you're going overboard with things. Am I forcing something too much? Am I indulging too much on this? You know, things like that. And recognizing, okay, what can I do about this? And sometimes it can be therapy can really help with that, talking therapy or journaling or something about looking into that subconscious, because yeah, that will really help you heal. I want to just look at the chakra cards here. Let's just pull a chakra. I'm picking up on a monkey's face. Playful energy. We've got creativity, sacral chakra. The creative energy of the universe flows through every cell of my being. Are you feeling like you are lacking the joy the universe has to offer? Have you been feeling a little flat of late with no energy to create what you love? Now is the time for you to allow creative energy to light your fire. If you've been pondering over whether to start a creative project such as writing, dancing, learning to play a musical instrument or taking that painting class, now is the perfect time to invite this creative flow into your existence. A bounty of creative energy is at your fingertips. What do you love to create? What makes your heart sing? What have you dreamed of always doing? Now is the time to dance in the creative flow of your soul and the universe. Whatever your heart is calling you to do, make sure to get those creative juices flowing, as it will bring joy and healing to your world. That's beautiful. I feel like carnelian would be really good for you right now. That can help you bring up your energy, or citrine, or both. Okay. I feel like I want to just cleanse myself with this selenite stick. All right. Okay, I've got balance. Sorry guys, if you just hurt my stomach. I need to eat something. All right, so we have hold. Release, control and baggage. What are you holding on to? Let go of burdens, fears, traumas, emotional baggage, limiting beliefs or other people's opinions. I'm hearing a pop, something popping, something but it's not a deep pop. It's a really yeah, it feels to me I'm hearing the bubble has burst. So sometimes if you ignore needing to have a conversation with somebody, you just suddenly burst out of anger, or if you've been lacking in a certain vitamin and your energy is quite low, something like that. There's a need to let the bubble burst. There's a need for you to just do the damn thing. I don't know what it is. It's kind of hard to explain. But if you've been holding a lot of weight, sometimes you just need to change up your routine. If you've been working day in, day out, if you've been overworking, if you've been feeling like there's a lot of burdens on you, sometimes you just need to get out your head and do something fun. Sometimes you just need to relax. There's a need for you to let something burst. I'm seeing going over a hump, like from one like side of the mountain to the other. You are just on the edge of going down the other side, or like going over the threshold. There's a sense of like going over something into something new. That's why I'm feeling like a massive pressure build up. It's kind of like tension, like sexual tension, anger, that's gonna burst at some point. So I feel like for you guys, you've got a lot of like energy that needs to be let go. So to manifest your person, to pull them in, is to not hold on to baggage so much, is to recognize when you're holding other people's stuff or holding on to your own stuff. You know, you've got a lot of fears and traumas that are coming up, and I feel like these limiting beliefs have come from most likely family, from very young childhood. So anything from shadow work or EFT, or you know, looking at YouTubers or people on social media who really help you to get to know yourself, that's going to be your knowledge is power. That's going to be how you manifest your person. The more invested you are in who you are and how you work, you're going to recognize when changes happen in your relationship. You're not just going to bail out and run away. You're going to be able to handle it. You're going to be able to sit in it, and you're going to be able to talk to the person. You're going to feel really grounded. You're going to feel in your body. So people I'm picking up on in my energies, like the holistic psychologist on Instagram, she's amazing. She's got a lot of childhood stuff that's really good to work with. She's amazing. She's got so many followers as well, which is like, yeah, she deserves all that because she's like amazing. Who else? I'm picking up on Candice Vandel as well on YouTube. Candice Vandel, she's really good. I think she might be an Aquarius. Her energy is such an Aquarius. But yeah, her, and then the holistic psychologist on Instagram. I think it's the.holistic.psychologist, and then just Candice Vandel on YouTube. People like that who have knowledge of trauma. Because I feel like you guys are very intense. You've got a very intense energy, a very concentrated energy. So if something affects you, it affects you really intensely. And it's a powerful thing because you have such powerful, most likely very powerful creative energy. I'm picking up on like this, like your womb space, which if you're a man, still the same, still your safety energy. You don't have to have a womb to have this space. But basically wherever you feel safe around your sacral, that's what's happening right now, is you're being asked to like really make space for yourself to feel safe, so you can move through what you're working with right now. Okay, let's see what else you've got to work through here. Pulling your soulmate. Keep your heart open. That's a nice big one. If you feel uncomfortable, experiment, try new things, be kind to yourself, give yourself a hug, give yourself some time to have a break, talk to somebody. Step up and lead, attend to the details. Yeah, there's a need for you to like, oh, what is that? Do the thing that you're really scared of doing, but you know you're gonna love doing it. Like there's a need for you to like show up for yourself more. Say you want to be on stage, great, how can you get there? Or you know, you want to lose weight or gain weight, how can you get there? You know, you want to ask yourself, how can I get there? And if it just means I want to take a nap, I don't know how I'm going to get there, great, do that thing. Do the damn thing. Oh. Okay, those wanted to come out. This one, nope. Okay, I'm hearing I'm in a dead-end job, and I feel like for you guys, if you know that you're in that type of job, and obviously career can be such a sensitive subject, and money, so I'm going to say this in the most kindest, gentlest way. If you are in a job that feels dead-end or a job that feels lacking, what can you do to get to a job that doesn't feel like that? You put yourself first, you realise there's other options, and realise you don't have to go down this path. Maybe you need to do it for a little while just to get the money in. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Your life doesn't have to be so incredibly perfect, but you do have to make the steps towards where you actually really want to be. Be really honest with yourself. Do I see myself here in a year and am I happy? Probably not. So I feel like for you guys, it's actually like take a step up and lead. Attend to those details. How can I get there? And it doesn't mean that you're getting it straight away. It just means you're putting your energy there. Maybe you haven't even thought about what you would like to do. Go for it. Have a little think about it. Okay, so we have rescue, help, reach out, compassion, help those in need. Oh my God, words. Help those who need it now, including yourself. Asking for help is brave and support and is always there. Yeah, for you guys, it could be there's a need to talk it out with somebody or get some energy therapy. Basically, your person is asking you, I want to see the real you. What does that look like? How can you get there? So you want to take one step at a time to stop denying the real version of yourself. Okay, this is who you are, but you have to be comfortable with taking a new direction. That means maybe changing your career or even thinking about ending a connection with somebody, moving away from something, changing your diet, changing what you put on your skin possibly. It could be something as simple as that. There's this need for you to really change your lifestyle, because your career, what you do on a daily basis, will be your lifestyle. okay? And you got to realize, this is what they're telling me specifically as well from your partner. They're saying you got to realize you're going to end up like that person. So if you're in a career that makes you feel small, you're going to feel small. If you have to answer to somebody who you hate, you're going to feel so shitty about yourself. So get really real with yourself. Do you want to be here? Do you want to be in this situation? Do you want to be in this situation right now? Does this serve you? And maybe you don't know how to get out of it. That's okay. Take your time. There's no rush. It's just basically like asking yourself, what feels authentic to me? And it could be as simple as looking at your human design, looking at your birth chart, getting some therapy, talking to somebody. You know, it could be anything, but just invest in you. What does your heart want? What do you want? You know, and maybe you don't know what you want. That's okay. Take one step at a time. You know, this is basically about getting really real with you so your person can find you, and so you can find you, because you deserve to find that. You know that quote where it's like, you don't need a soulmate, you need to find your soul, mate. That's such a silly quote, but I love it. But yeah, that's basically how you're going to pull your soulmate in, because you've basically had a lot of rejection, but that rejection, you've essentially chosen that. And I know that sounds really bad, okay? I know I'm even triggered by saying that. But when you've chosen something, you wanted to get something out of it in the first place. What is it you actually really want from that thing? So say if you were rejected from a job, okay, what was it actually that you wanted from that job? But now you feel sad that you've been rejected from it. Say it's a job where you are around animals, okay, but could you try a different job that's around animals? Doesn't have to be that company. There's like a sense of you to like just change with the tide. I'm seeing this. That might be a Tai Chi move or something. I don't know. So need for you to like change. Maybe some Tai Chi be really good for you guys. I feel like the energy around you just needs to move. I feel, yeah, that feels intense. Okay, so let's see what's to come for you guys. I really feel like you are turning into your best self. You've always been your best self. You've just been suppressed a little bit too much. Okay, you're coming out of that. Release any judgment. Acknowledge what you truly want. Stop hiding and share the real you with the world. People need the real you. That's who you are. People need that. So do that for others and yourself, okay? So 9 of Wands. You're getting more comfortable with making people uncomfortable. It's okay for people to be uncomfortable. People can deal with it, all right? You don't have to shrink yourself to make others comfortable. Got the Joker. You guys have definitely been around people who just don't take you seriously. Get out of that situation as quickly as possible. Ace of Cups, which is so nice. Oh wow, beautiful. Okay, so your person is really big heartfelt energy. Leo, Taurus-y, Cancer, Gemini, Virgo, Libra type person. This is somebody who's grounded but is also really invested in relationships. This person has been around a lot of narcissists, so that could why is this not focusing? This could be an indication of somebody who has definitely been through a lot of narcissistic abuse. So basically you don't want to be around somebody who has the same wounds as you. You want to be around somebody who sees you and understands you and is there with you, not who's someone against you, basically. Okay, how could they bring in their soulmate? They're saying just cut the cord. Cut the cord. You need to cut the cord with people. I feel like doing some cord cutting with some people you'll keep thinking about is really going to help you. Like, this is basically saying, I am important. I need to make space for me in my life. So if there's anybody, and this is not cutting people out of your life, this is just cutting the negative ties, so people no longer have control over you, all right? And people are very subtle about it. So we have, yeah, debilitated discomfort. You don't deserve to be in discomfort all the time. That's not where you should be all the time. You deserve to feel comfortable. You deserve to feel safe. That's what you're aiming for. Okay, my love, let's have a look and see what else you're bringing in. How can they bring in their soulmate? Get comfortable with life not being exactly what you want right now, okay? But realize that you can have pleasure in any moment. Like, it doesn't have to be like, say you're not sure what job you want, okay? But how can you make yourself happy now? How can you make yourself as comfortable as possible, okay? Because when you start doing that, you don't focus on the lack, okay? We have Neptune. Be able to dream. If you haven't felt like you've been able to dream at a young age, do it now. You know, do some drawing, do some artwork, listen to music, watch some really interesting videos, watch some nature videos that have big expanse and, you know, beautiful animals. Like, there's this need for you to like connect to things that are otherworldly or unusual, interesting. That's going to bring in your partner, because it's getting you to your curious side rather than the side of you that feels restricted. Okay, this is your card. We have Morning Dew, Clarity, a fresh start, a positive outlook. If we're lucky enough to meet the morning in this way, oh, sorry guys. Okay, Practices such as walking barefoot on the morning dew, drinking from the petals of flowers and placing dew on the body are thought to bring about powerful shifts in healing. If we're lucky enough to meet the morning in this way, we too may be blessed by the special healing liquid that carries the secret essence of both the earth and the entire universe within it, the morning dew. I'm feeling like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. Release it as much as possible. Just say, I release any energies that are no longer mine, and I release any pressure on myself that is causing me to feel stuck. Something like that. This card brings a message. This is from your person. This card brings a message that clarity is on its way. A new start and a change of perspective are possible. Shifts are coming. The future is looking renewed, hopeful, positive and bright. Keep focusing on your ideal outcome and trust in the presence of the potent morning dew. I'm also hearing you guys have been trained to feel responsible for manifesting your person. You may have come from a family that's deeply about, you know, relationships and religion and things like that. They don't know you, okay? Your family, might know you, but they don't fully know you. Do not let any pressure from outside of you force you to do anything you're uncomfortable with. And that's basically anything from forcing marriage onto you to forcing you to do a certain job, for you to need a person at a certain age. No, you are you for a reason. You are special just by yourself. You do not need a partner to make you and complete you, okay? Your person will come along when you're ready. It's not up to anyone else's timing, it's your timing. You are not in charge of how you meet your person. So keep focusing on you, get the real you out. Keep focusing on your ideal outcome and trust in the presence of the potent morning dew. I'm open to receiving the potent clarity and shifts of the morning dew. I'm open to seeing this situation with new eyes. That is your reading. That is how you bring in your soulmate, getting more vulnerable, getting more real with yourself. And don't let any redirection be something that causes you to break down. You know, let it get you curious, make you feel curious. So that is your reading. Have a great day. And if you'd like to check out my private reading rates, all the information is down below, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye.